You know the old saying that you can't buy happiness. You think that's true?
Well, yeah, you can't buy happiness. I mean, that made me happy for a little while.
Kurt Cobain was the lead singer and songwriter of the grunge band Nirvana. He was a cultural icon of the 1990s, and his music helped to define the generation. However, Cobain struggled with addiction and mental health issues, and he eventually committed suicide in 1994. Kurt Cobain was born on February 20, 1967, in Aberdeen, Washington. He was the son of a waitress and a mechanic. Cobain had a difficult childhood. His parents divorced when he was young, and he bounced around between different homes. He also suffered from stomach aches and headaches, and he was diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. Kurt Cobain was drawn to music from a young age. He began playing guitar at the age of 14, and he was inspired by punk rock bands like Black Flag and the Melvins. In 1985, he formed his first band, Fecal Matter, with his friend Dale Crover. The band released one demo tape, but they disbanded shortly thereafter. Despite the short-lived nature of Fecal Matter, Cobain's passion for music remained strong. He continued to play in other bands, and he eventually formed Nirvana with Christ Novoselic and Chad Channing in 1987. Nirvana went on to become one of the most successful bands of all time, and Cobain's music continues to inspire people around the world. Nirvana's rise to fame was meteoric. Their second album, Nevermind, was a massive success, selling over 30 million copies worldwide. The band became one of the biggest in the world, and Cobain became a cultural icon. Their music helped to define the 1990s grunge movement. The album's lead single, Smells Like Teen Spirit, became an anthem for Generation X. The song's catchy melody and Cobain's angst-ridden lyrics resonated with young people all over the world. Nevermind also featured other popular songs such as Come As You Are and Lithium. Despite his success, Cobain struggled with addiction and mental health issues. He was diagnosed with chronic depression and addiction to heroin. He also had a difficult relationship with his fame, and he often felt like he was being controlled by the media. Kurt Cobain was found dead in his Seattle home on April 5, 1994. He had committed suicide by a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. His death was a shock to the world, and it led to a renewed discussion about mental health issues and addiction. Kurt Cobain's death was a tragedy, but his music continues to inspire people around the world. His band, Nirvana, is one of the best-selling bands of all time, and his songs are still covered by musicians today. He is remembered as one of the most influential musicians of his generation, and his legacy continues to live on. Cobain's music was raw and honest, and it spoke to the angst and alienation of Generation X. His lyrics were often about depression, addiction, and suicide, but they also had a message of hope and resilience. Cobain's music helped to break down the barriers between mainstream and underground music, and it helped to pave the way for other alternative rock bands. Kurt Cobain's death was a reminder of the dark side of fame and the importance of mental health awareness. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories about inspiring people.